Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Lincoln Clay coming back at you, getting ready for another live stream, getting ready to do Lone Echo on the Oculus Rift. This is an Oculus exclusive. I've been curious about this game. A lot of people said I should check this game out. I've seen some of the reviews. Some people said this was like the best looking VR game. I think in like 2017, 2018, whatever. That it was the best looking VR game out there, and I really been curious about the game, but I didn't want to drop $40 for it. And then but after seeing that Lone Echo 2 trailer, I decided that I want to go ahead and get this game, and I want to play it and get ready for Lone Echo 2 because I guess that's a game that is highly anticipated this year. I do want to talk. I do want to spend a couple of minutes talking about a couple of things before I get into this. So let me at least start up the Lone Echo game, so you guys aren't looking at this boring ass Windows wallpaper. And so when I saw how good, right there, see that name right there, Ready at Dawn, the same people who made The Order 1886. Let's go single player.
Open a new voice log entry.
Acknowledged. Recording.
Okay. This is Captain Liv Rhodes. Personal log entry for 7 of October 2126. This will be my final week aboard Kronos 2. In just a few days, I'll be leaving Saturn behind and making my way to my new assignment on Ceres. A bit odd, actually, saying it out loud. Anyway, all mining sites are running smoothly. Overnight harvest totals are a bit lower than I'd like. Oh, we had some sputtering on the number 12 RCS thruster, but Jack and I managed. Oh, Jack. Good. Hold on a tick. Hera, pause recording.
Acknowledged, Captain Rhodes.
Morning, sunshine. And how are we feeling today? Jack, are you with me? Hera, let's go ahead and run Jack's calibration program.
Acknowledged.
Right. In you go, Jack. I'll see you in a few.
Module D221. Manual dexterity. I am Hera, Central AI for the Kronos 2 Orbital Mining Facility. I will guide you through this calibration program.
Which I have already been through this on Echo VR.
Close your hand to form a fist.
On the multiplayer aspect of this game. I've already been through this.
Index finger. Good. To proceed, use your index finger to press the hollow button in front of you. Now reach out and grab the glowing disc that just appeared. When you are ready, throw the disc into the goal in front of you. Target missed. Press the hollow button to recall the disc.
Yeah, I definitely need some work learning how to throw shit.
Please try again. Target hit. Excellent throw. Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
Yeah, there's no way around it. I gotta go through this calibration process. Because this is a...
M101. Basic motor functions.
this is a tutorial to help you navigate through the game, because I had to go through this on the multiplayer.
Please pull the handle above you to exit the activation pod. This labor unit will guide you through the module. Now carefully follow it by pulling yourself through the environment using any solid surface.
And this is by far the best looking.
Please follow the labor unit to proceed.
This is by far the best looking VR game that I've ever played, I think.
Please take your time and follow the guide. Now carefully pull yourself forward and release to glide to the exit. Calibration module complete. Module M205. Maneuvering thrusters.
So once I get through this calibration process, then I'll get back to talking about what I was going to say.
Your hands are equipped with maneuvering thrusters, allowing you to move more freely in zero gravity.
I mean, look how clean, look how detailed those hands look.
Activate left thruster. Activate right thruster. Now please exit the activation pod and use your maneuvering thrusters to reach the door ahead. Thrusters can be used in short bursts or held down for continuous usage. Please press the hollow button near the door to proceed. Good. Now navigate the environment using only your maneuvering thrusters. Do not grab any surfaces during this test. Thruster calibration at 50%.
I had to squat down because I almost touched that.
Calibration module complete. Module C-111. Communication. We will now calibrate your communication system. When someone speaks to you, a reply notification may appear above your wrist. You may then respond by holding down the dialog button on either hand and selecting a reply with your index finger. Hold down the dialog button now. Input confirmed. Now hold down the dialog button and select a reply.
Understood.
Good. Continuing calibration. Often you will have a limited time to select a reply. In these cases, silence is considered a viable option. Do you understand?
How long do I have to reply?
Most often you will have 10 seconds to reply, but this number may vary under special circumstances. Now exit the activation pod and move into the room ahead. You can also initiate conversations at points of interest throughout the world. If you look at certain people or objects while you are close to them, their name will appear, and an icon will indicate that you can use the dialog button. You may then hold down the dialog button and select an option, just like a reply. Now start a conversation with the labor unit, and speak about the Fury transport model in this room.
Whoops.
Please talk about the 2 points of interest in the room to continue.
Unit 42, what is your primary directive?
To assure the safety and well-being of Kronos 2 station personnel.
What is your secondary directive?
preserving the integrity of Atlas Corporation property and equipment.
Please talk about the 2 points of interest in the room to continue.
A Mark I Fury transport, 1/48th scale.
Be advised, while real Fury transports can be used to travel to distant locations across the Kronos 2 station, I do not recommend attempting to ride this one.
Noted.
Communication system fully calibrated. Would you like to proceed to the next module?
I am not ready to leave yet.
Pausing calibration. Please speak to me again when you are ready to continue.
I'm ready to proceed.
Acknowledged. Communication system fully calibrated. Please stand by. Module A-131. Data scanner. Error. Calibration program failure. Stand by for reboot.
The directors have been pushing to make fully automated deep space mining the company's top priority. Your Echo unit is the perfect subject for our initial test runs.
This is crap. I'm 1 week from leaving, and you're just now telling me Jack's not coming.
Jack? Sorry, I have to go. Kronos 2 out. Jack? What happened?
My calibration program crashed. I appear to be stuck in the activation pod.
That's odd. Your diagnostic program's never just flat out crashed before. It must have suspended the pod's release procedures.
In the event of activation pod failure, Titan Protocol recommends performing a complete power cycle of the pod, followed by a level 3 inspection of...
You're all set.
Listen, about my conversation with Command, how much did you overhear?
Not much.
Well, okay. I'm just gonna put it out there. You're no longer coming with me to Ceres.
What do you mean?
The directors want you to take over my duties as commander of the station. It'll just be you and the labor units. No humans.
So this is our last week together.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Look, they just hit me with this news a few minutes ago. I mean, Command splitting us up, I never even considered it a possibility. I'm not entirely sure what to say. Except... I'm sorry, Jack.
Orders are orders. Command must have their reasons.
Doesn't necessarily mean they're good ones.
Regardless, it doesn't seem like there's anything we can do.
Come on then. No sense putting it off. Let's get our last week started. Why don't you go activate the bridge while I pull the overnights?
Copy that.
Like I said, that Lone Echo 2 trailer and this by far are the best looking VR games that I've seen.
Transitioning to daytime cycle.
I'm really going to miss this part.
Oh, look at that.
I'll
That's
get started on the morning checklist in a bit.
Let me go look at that Saturn.
Just give me a moment to soak in this view.
Take your time.
Looking outside at the planet Saturn, this station that I'm on.
We do have an especially striking view of Saturn this morning.
Almost like it's showing off. Do you happen to know what gives the planet its unique color?
The upper atmosphere contains crystallized ammonia, which... I'm sorry, you wanted to answer your own question, didn't you?
It's all right, Jack. I'm sure I'll survive.
You seem upset.
You're getting way too good at reading human responses, you know that.
Well, I have had a few years of practice.
Yeah, it shows. So, Jack, I suppose congratulations are in order.
For what?
For your promotion.
There's really no need for that.
Come on now, it's a big deal. In a few days you'll be Captain Jack. So, congratulations, Captain Jack.
What I mean is, as an Echo unit, I hold no official rank, so technically I can't be promoted.
Right, well, that's too bad. Captain Jack has quite the ring to it.
Also, you are the only person who calls me Jack. To everyone else, I am merely Echo 1.
Is that your way of saying you're going to miss me?
I have no...
What was that? Jack, did you feel that? What the hell? Please tell me you can see that.
Affirmative, I see it.
Any idea what it is?
I'm afraid not. There are no records of any such phenomenon in the Atlas Interplanetary Database. It is an anomaly.
What the... Jack, are you alright?
I believe so.
You were glitching out.
The disturbance briefly disrupted my internal systems, but I'm not reading any permanent damage. Liv, it's possible that anomaly is not entirely stable.
You think?
Priority alert.
The holo table. Something's wrong.
I'll investigate.
Hera, initiate broad spectrum scan. Focus on the following coordinates.
Looks like I might have to go to the other side of the table. Unless I can...
Hera, status report.
Multiple Tier 1 malfunctions detected.
Isolate and identify.
Acknowledged. Isolating. Awaiting input. Saturn Orbital Zone Beta. Orbital Mining Facility. Designation, Kronos 2. Central mining station. Malfunctions isolated.
That is a lot of red.
Perhaps it's not as bad as it looks.
Ground fault recorded in the cargo bay. Possible circuit overload. Reading marked temperature increase in the core containment chamber. Lockdown procedures in effect. Power failure reported in primary oxygen garden. Emergency failsafes triggered.
What, that's it? That's all we've got to go on?
Hera, can you give us an in-depth scan of each affected area?
Negative. Unable to establish communication with cube satellites.
Wait, we lost the CubeSats? How the hell did we... forget it. Let's just have a look for ourselves. Where are you, you little bugger? Ah, here we are. Jack, could you do us a favor and scan this CubeSat?
I'll need to calibrate my scanner first. Stand by. It'll only be a moment.
Module A-131. Data scanner. Your scanning tool allows you to collect data on anything in the environment. Please exit the pod to begin calibrating it. Please follow me to the disk spawner at the back of the room. Now activate your scanner by pressing the button on top of your hand. Both of your hands have this functionality.
Still trying to learn how to navigate.
Please scan the I/O port to continue.
Working on it.
Good. Now aim the scanner at the I/O port on the disk spawner and hold the trigger to initiate a scan. After scanning something, its name will appear next to your hand on the scanner's data tab. To see the results of your scan, grasp the tab and pull it away from your hand. Pull the data tab now. Excellent. Use the button on top of your hand to deactivate the scanner now.
See a virtual interface on Stargate Core 1 page. Possible detected. System scanner is calibrated to function properly.
Please deactivate your scanner to proceed. Good. To complete this module, gather scan data on 5 other materials or objects. You must scan additional objects or materials to complete this calibration module. You must scan additional objects or materials to complete this calibration module. Four scans remaining. You must scan additional objects or materials to complete this calibration module.
I'm working on it.
3 scans remaining. 2 scans remaining.
Let's see if there's anything else in here I can scan.
You must scan additional objects or materials to complete this calibration module. Initiating human sarcasm. I thought we were friends, Echo 1. One scan remaining.
Oops, I wasn't done reading.
You must scan additional objects or materials to complete this calibration.
Oh no!
Calibration module complete. Please stand by.
All set?
Scanner fully calibrated.
Heads up. Give that CubeSat a scan. See if you can work out what's wrong with it.
It's equipped with 8 independent thrustmasters for both primary navigation and reaction control, an internal gyro for orientation and stabilization control, a multi-spectral sensor suit, mid-range broadcast capabilities, and onboard configurable AI, and heavy radiation hardening. This equipment allows the 6SP to perform hard vacuum operations for an extended duration, all while providing operators with a network sensor and monitoring package that can be easily adapted to new circumstances. There's a lot of shit to read about this. Additionally, variants of the 6SP are available for an array of specialized roles, including emergency rescue support, radiation hazard reduction, and even entertainment applications. As such, the 6SP CubeSat has become an integral piece of equipment for nearly all Atlas space operations. All right. All right. So what am I supposed to do with this then? Oops. No subject for dialogue. Take it back then. Yep, I guess I gotta go get that. What's up, baby? You gonna let me fuck with you? Fuck it. I'll break this damn shit. Yeah, no shit. It's the Cube satellite. What am I supposed to do with it?
Scan complete.
Right. Well, what's the story?
According to these readings, something was disrupting the CubeSat's ability to communicate with the rest of the sensor network.
Was?
My scanner appears to have reset the CubeSat's transmitters and restored the connection.
Oh, well, problem solved. All you have to do is find and scan every last CubeSat we have scattered across the entire facility.
Sounds like fun.
Of course, it would to you. I'll send an objective to your ARM computer, but consider it low priority for now.
Objective received.
Right then, on to the real problems. What do you think? What's next? Well, Hera's scan of the anomaly is likely to take a while. In the meantime, we might as well get started on those repairs. I'll need a few minutes to pull today's command codes off my console. You can just keep yourself occupied till then, I'm sure.
Of course.
Meet Liv in the Octavia. Scan the I/O ports of all Cube satellites. Shit, I don't know if I want to go look at her running around this thing trying to find these things. All right. Wait a minute, where you going? Oh, okay.
Ready when you are.
Come on then. Let's go sort out those malfunctions. Not the best way to start our last week. Don't believe we've ever seen this many malfunctions all at the same time.
Shouldn't we notify command?
And tell them what, exactly? That there's a mysterious thing terrorizing the station. I'd rather we just wait for the results of Hera's scan. At least then we might actually have something to report.
And no, I'm not trying to look at her booty. I'm still trying to learn how to float.
Ah, what the...
Warning, unsecured cargo in the hold.
Yeah, that much I worked out. Can you tell me why we have unsecured cargo in the hold?
Negative.
Okay, well, we might want to look into that.
I hope this don't end up being a horror game, because I'm not in the mood for jump scares today.
All right, Jack. Looks like there's a lot to do this morning.
Any priority alerts?
Well, it'll be your station soon. What problem do you want to tackle first?
Send the data to my ARM computer. I'll have a look. Let's see.
Take a look at your objectives on your ARM computer and let me know which one you want to address first.
Let's fix the power failure in the oxygen garden.
Okay, follow me. Oof. Looks like the power failure knocked out the door to the oxygen garden. I'll pull the manual release. And of course, the access panel is stuck. Jack, I think you're going to have to cut through.
I'll need to calibrate my reactive cutter first.
Right. Considering the power outage, let's also calibrate your entry light.
Module A, 901. Reactive cutter. Please exit the activation pod and proceed to the door ahead. Activate your reactive cutter by pressing the glowing touch point on the underside of your wrist. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use the reactive cutter to cut through the highlighted brackets. Please cut through the highlighted brackets to proceed. Cutter functionality test complete. Lift open the door to proceed. Highlighting cuttable surface. Use your reactive cutter to cut out a portion of the highlighted panel. Once you have cut away enough of the panel, press the hollow button to complete this calibration module. Calibration module complete. Please stand by. Module H-144. Helmet visor. You can open and close your helmet visor by pressing the button on the left side of your helmet with your index finger. Please open your helmet visor now. Press the button on the left side of your helmet to open your visor.
Am I supposed to do that?
Press the button on the left side of your helmet to open your visor.
The fuck? How can I press what I can't
Press the
see?
button on the left side of your helmet to open your visor.
How can I press what I can't see?
Now please exit the activation pod and proceed to the room ahead.
I was getting ready to shut this stream down, which I'm getting ready to shut it down in a few minutes anyway, because I also want to get into some space
You
junkies.
can activate your headlamp by pressing a button on the right side of your helmet. Once your headlamp is on, shine it on my location. Well done. I am moving to new coordinates in the next room. Find me and shine your headlamp on my location.
This gonna end up being some jump scare shit.
Excellent. Please press the button on the right side of your helmet to turn off the headlamp and complete the module. Calibration module complete.
Reactive cutter and headlamp calibrated successfully.
Copy that. Cut through the access panel so we can pull the door release handle. Excellent, follow me. Let's get started.
All right, y'all caught me that time. I did try to grab her booty.
Hope you're not afraid of the dark. Can you use your headlamp to help me find the electrical grid maintenance panel?
Affirmative.
Turn your headlamp on, Jack. It's pitch dark in here.
Let me go scan that cube out first, cause I don't want to come back to this part of the game.
An encrypted audio file. Curious. When the anomaly scrambled the CubeSat, it inadvertently connected them to a secure Atlas Corporation network. If I scan more of them, I may be able to crack the encryption.
Mind pointing that somewhere else?
She worried about the flashlight in the face. I just grabbed her booty.
Olivia, I've located the maintenance panel.
Perfect. Keep your light on it for a moment while I remove the cover. Heads up, Jack. Coming through.
See if she got a camel toe. Yeah, spread them legs real quick.
Looks like we've got some fused wiring.
Status report?
The short caused a full system crash. We'll need to reset each of the environmental controls. Can you find the emergency junction while I sort out this mess?
Let's get the junction online so we can start the diagnostics.
I think it's back online. Yeah, there we go. I'm under the impression that it stands guard there or something. Okay, so this is the junction area. So either that's the box that I'm looking for or it's there.
This isn't the emergency junction box.
Oh, there it is. Shit. I think after I activate this box, I'm going to go ahead and shut down the stream, take a short break, and then jump over to Space Junkies.
I've reached the junction cover. Did you bring a spanner?
Just cut through the bolts. We can deal with the cleanup after we figure out what's wrong with the station.
Affirmative. Going hot. Electronic interface. I'll need to use my scanner to link up with the I/O port. Emergency power online.
The backup conduit only has enough juice to diagnose one system at a time. Go ahead and get started when you're ready.
There we go. Oh, I gotta cut it open.
The O2 mixture is off. I'll need to adjust the levels of atmospheric exchange.
Careful with that, Jack. One of us still has to breathe the air here for the next few days.
Get that out the way. Whoops.
These controls adjust the balance between oxygen output and CO2 capture. These controls adjust the balance between oxygen output and CO2 capture.
The air composition needs to stay balanced, Jack.
Bioregenerative systems calibrated.
CO2 capture optimized for both plant and mammalian passengers.
Mammalian, huh? How flattering.
Apologies, Liv. I didn't mean to sound clinical.
Once I'm gone, you'll probably be able to shut down this part of the room.
I think I'll keep it, actually, to add color.
Jack, you aren't starting to enjoy botany, are you?
Yes.
A robot gardener. I guess the truth really is stranger than fiction. Use the junction to select another system.
The oxygen mixture is balanced. I should set the junction to power a new system.
No, let me go. Look like a lightsaber.
The irrigation system is powered on. I should check the pressure levels.
Okay.
The transformer can't form a complete circuit.
We probably need to realign the coils. Run a scan to confirm.
The coils have been damaged.
Shit. Unlock them so we can get a closer look.
This handle unlocks the transformer coils so I can realign the core. Conversion coils unlocked.
As long as we can still form one complete row, we should be able to get the transformer back online.
So how do I go about doing this then? Circuit 1, 2. Oh, let me see here.
The transformer is working properly. I should set the junction to power a new system.
Okay, I got it now. So we need to form one complete line.
Power current stabilized.
Conversion process successful. Current strong.
Nice job. Once I finish replacing these wires, we should be able to get the lights on. That's 2 down. Let's tackle the last system.
Let's see. Let's see here.
The alert must have shut down water flow to the hydroponic systems.
It's designed to seal the main reservoir in case of a breach. They'll need to pump the handle to restore pressure to the plumbing.
Water flow restored.
Irrigation system within operating parameters.
That should help keep the plants healthy. Hera, verify all oxygen guarding subsystems.
Subsystems within normal parameters.
Right.
God, he moves so slow though. Once I get these lights back on, I think that's when I'm gonna shut the stream down. Guess I'll just have to cut it out. Nope, that ain't working.
I see the access panel.
Good. You'll need to wait and throw the main breaker on my mark. Got it?
Acknowledged. I will await your command before throwing the breaker. Removing utility cover. Please stand by.
I've got to pump the primer handle before you throw the breaker. Let me know when you're ready and I'll count us down.
On your command.
Acknowledged. Throw the switch in 3, 2, 1. I'm clear.
Oxygen garden operational. Environmental control systems restored.
That's one more system we don't have to worry about.
Hopefully it stays that way.
I think I shut this light off now.
There's no wood to knock on around here. Well, there's still the ground fault in the cargo bay and the temperature spike in core containment. What's next on the agenda?
Let's get the cargo bay squared away.
Okay, follow me. One of the cargo banks must be malfunctioning. We probably blew a fuse. I'd start by checking the fuse components.
Ah, she knocked my hand off her booty.
Hera, unlock them, please. Just don't pull any good fuses, or we'll have loads more cleanup to do.
Let me see if this will save my progress. Yeah, I'll go ahead and quit right there. All right. Let's go back to the virtual desktop. Make sure the stream is still going. Yeah, the broadcast is still going. Hey, how's that game in Long Echo 2, by far the best looking games that I've seen in VR. But knowing that Ready at Dawn developed those games, it's no surprise that the game looks so good. It was probably just a matter of funding, you know, for them to get enough funding to make a good looking game like that. Because even though it's not in 4K HDR, the Order 1886 is still one of the better looking games on the PlayStation platform. So Ready at Dawn did a marvelous job at that. So with that being said, you know, I'm looking forward to Lone Echo 2. I'm going to play this game in pieces. I'm not the type of person that's going to spend 3-4 hours playing a game, or unless it's a game that I really want, you know. Let me see here. A couple other things that I did want to talk about is, you know we got the State of Play tomorrow for the PlayStation. Check that stream out. I guess you can go on your PlayStation dashboard or something like that. Go to the events, go to events, and then go find that on there and click on it, and then you'll basically be invited to watch the stream. Now, as far as what I wanted to talk about, I was going to talk about this on Live from Wakanda. I'm not sure I'm going to do that stream today because I was in the PlayStation Legion podcast with J-Tech, and it got hacked. I got kicked out of the podcast, and whoever hacked it was, showing porn in that stream. So I'm a little bit shook up about that. Not sure I'm going to do live from Wakanda today. And besides, I'm beginning to want to wait until till Tuesday and do a live from Wakanda midweek. That way I can talk about the state of play, and I can talk about MLB The Show 19, which releases tomorrow night at midnight. It's supposed to release on the 26th, but that's technically tomorrow at midnight. So I think I want to wait until Tuesday or Wednesday and do live from Wakanda midweek. And amongst all the other things that I wanted to talk about that as well. But I did want to take a quick second to talk about the current state of VR. I was going to go deep into that on Live from Wakanda. And, you've heard my story before. When I first got the PlayStation VR, I got it for my son. He wasn't playing it, and I didn't want the thing to go to waste, so I started trying to play it. And some of the games on there made me sick. Drive Club, Rigs, even Resident Evil made me a little bit sick. And so I was about ready to sell it, and then I discovered, PSVR Frank, and he was one of the people that was strongly supporting the PlayStation VR, saying that the media is out to destroy it. They don't want to see it succeed. And he was like, the games are coming. You just got to be patient. And so my thought was that, hey, if we get one quality first-person shooter games, it will have been worth it to buy the PlayStation VR. And Firewall is that game. Firewall made Farpoint. Those games made the PlayStation VR worth the purchase. But now the current state of the PlayStation VR, in my world, I would love to see AAA experiences. Right now, the VR format is filled with indie games, and I'm finding out on Steam that I'm looking for mostly multiplayer games, but just because it's multiplayer doesn't mean that it's a good game. I've seen, some games on there that didn't look that good, even though they were multiplayer. I've seen some games on there that's got some bad reviews. And right now, the game Warzone that's supposed to have a 50 players in VR. The reviews for that game is not going so good right now. The game is in early access on Steam, and reviews are not that good. I'm not going to spend a lot of time getting into that. I'll talk about that on Live from Wakanda midweek. But what I do want to say is that the current state of VR, like I said, and I would love to have more AAA experiences. You're not going to get that much of it this generation, at least with the PlayStation VR, because I think the hardware is just limited. When I stop and look at AAA games on the VR where the whole game is entirely playable and it's a AAA game, I think the only games we have that are current generation games that fits that are Resident Evil. That's a current generation game that is fully playable in VR. Fallout 4 is fully playable in VR, but that's on Steam. It is not on the PlayStation VR. I don't know. I'm feeling maybe the PlayStation VR can't handle that game. With Skyrim being a last gen game and last generation graphics or something like that, the PlayStation VR obviously can handle that, and I'm thinking that's why that came there and Fallout 4 didn't. I don't know if it has anything to do with exclusivity rather than hardware. So we got Resident Evil, we got Fallout 4, and I think Doom VR. If you want to consider that a AAA game, those are the only AAA games current gen that's fully playable in VR. And next generation, truth be told, how much AAA experiences that we get may depend on Sony, because I think as far as companies this deep in the VR that is trying to move VR forward, they might have the deepest pockets. And so being that they'll hopefully have the hardware to support AAA games next generation, I'm hoping that not just them, but more third party people will get involved with VR, third party AAA publishers, and bring us more AAA experiences. As much as I don't like them, I'm almost certain that the Bethesda is going to get on board with this, because they've got 3 full games. They've got Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Doom. Those are 3 games that are fully playable in VR. So I'm almost certain that they're going to, whatever happens next generation on the PlayStation VR, I'm almost certain they're going to support it. I think Ubisoft is going to be another player in that, as part of Sony's plans, or to move forward. They currently have 3 or 4 VR games with Eagle Flight. I don't think that one did very good. You got Star Trek Bridge Crew, and now you got Space Junkies, which I think Space Junkies might do all right. It would be nice on the PlayStation version if they gave you the option whether to use the DualShock 4 or the Move controllers. But nonetheless, I think it's going to be a fun little game. I think $40 is a little bit steep. I think it should be more like $25. More than likely, if I get that game, more than likely I'm going to get it on the PC, and it has nothing to do with it looking better or anything like that, because they look damn near the same and they perform damn near the same. It's just that having these kind of controllers, these touch controllers in your hand, makes it a better experience on the Oculus. So, but yes, I think Ubisoft is going to get on board with this. After the stream that I did earlier on VR Sports Challenge, a game like Madden, I know it's possible next generation that a game like that could be fully done in VR. I would love nothing more than to see that, to play that game exactly the way I did on VR Sports Challenge, to be on that field in a huge stadium, that kind of stuff. How cool would that be? I think there was some other things that I wanted to say. But that's all I can think of right now. I don't want to bore you guys to death. But I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break, grab something to eat, and then I think I'll come back in a little while and play Space Junkie. So definitely want to thank everybody for tuning in. That Echo game, Lone Echo, is pretty cool. Also, I do plan on playing the Echo VR. That is the multiplayer aspect of it. I did dabble around with that a couple of nights ago. And I think I'm ready to give that a try and stream it. So, be on the lookout for that. And with that being said, I think I'm going to get ready to get on out of here. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully you like that Lone Echo VR. It's a pretty cool game. And the situation. I can't see the comments. It looks like I'm going to have to go ahead and stick with this GeForce as far as streaming VR games, because when I tried that Streamlabs on Beat Saber, that was absolutely awful. That was just a horrible experience, and it caused me some problems with YouTube as well, and that whole experience ended up forcing me to have to delete some of my videos that I didn't want to delete, but I had to. But anyway, give it a like. You know what to do. Give it a like, and share, comment, whatever you want to do. Appreciate it. With that being said, I'm going to get ready to boogie on out of here, and I'll see you guys in a little while. Thanks for watching.